everyone. Thank you all so much for tuning in at this time. Everybody that's here, greatly appreciate it. Anybody that's watching this on the replay, thank you so much. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I mean, it's been a rough day for Lakers, right? You know, the trade deadline getting nothing done, and then on top of that, you add in that we just lost on Kobe night. It's not what we wanted to do, right? Wanted to get the win against Denver, keep the momentum, keep winning these games, lose at home. Not good. Not a good look. I mean, this game was the same story it's been the last 7 times we've played them, right? It's the reason why we got swept in the postseason. We're not good enough. We're not to the level of Denver. And this game is a perfect example of why I've said I believe we could beat any team in the league except for Denver. Denver, every time another tight, close game, one team closes down the stretch, and it's Denver every time. Every time we start gaining traction, we just can't get over the hump. This entire game, Denver controlled it start to finish, literally start to finish. And I don't believe the Lakers led at all this game. You know, they tied it a couple times, but they never actually led it. And it's like, that's the thing. It's just, they just can't get over the hump. Every time they tie the game or they get it within 1, they can't get the stop, right? You have or somebody makes some mistake, you know, Reese turns the ball over. That one play where, you know, LeBron got the rebound and he was trying to run out in transition to go get the lead when we were down 1 and fumbles the ball, right? It's the little things, right? And I'm not trying to like say, oh, LeBron's the reason or anything like that. It's just an example that came to mind of why the Lakers just can't beat Denver. Like they just can't. I mean, it's the reality. Denver just has the Lakers' numbers. Jamal Murray plays like he's prime Michael Jordan every time. Every time the Lakers play, he just plays like he's the second coming, and it's just they hit key shots every time. Every game, it's the same story. Lakers get in a hole, Denver lets them back in. Lakers tie it or like get it close or get it within 1 or maybe even get like a 1-point lead or something like that. And then Denver closes and hits the key shots and makes the winning plays down the stretch. That's what it is. It's how it is every single time. And, you know, it's why to be honest, I didn't think we were going to win this game. I mean, I did when we were going into it. I was like, oh, the Lakers could win it. But like when we got in the 4th, I was like, I've seen the script. This is the same script, same story. Lakers about to take that out. Because again, I talk about it all the time. Like, I need you to prove it to me before I can believe it. Right? When the same thing happens over and over and over again. You know, what is it? The definition of insanity? You know, the same thing, you know, over and over again, expecting a different result. It's what the Lakers and Denver is. It's over and over and over again. Same script. I mean, to a T. It's frustrating because the Lakers, it's been a rough day. It's been a rough day. You know, no trades, no big moves. There are a bunch of like quality buyout candidates though, so that's good. I love that the Lakers could get like 2 or 3 guys. They have 1 open roster spot. And then, you know, I wouldn't mind if they waived a couple guys to try to, you know, maybe bring in some guys. But it looks like Spencer Dinwiddie is like the main guy. They're trying to get him. I think he's solid, right? Like he was a guy that like would have cost at least 2 seconds if we were going to trade. So the fact that we could get him for a vet minimum, I think that's a solid pickup. I think you got to go get Robin Lopez. Robin Lopez isn't like ideal, right? It's not like I'm like, oh man, Robin Lopez, he's the guy. But I think you got to just for the size, right? Because he's a real 7'1" guy. He's big, he's physical, right? You're just asking him to come in and play, you know, 10, 15 minutes a game at most. So to me, I think go get Spencer Dinwiddie, go get Robin Lopez, and then if you want to go get another piece or 2, maybe do that. But I don't know. We'll see. Time will tell. But anyway, let's dive into the box scores real quick, break that down, and then we'll dive into all of your super chats and regular questions and stuff like that. But let's do the quick little recap for everybody and break it down. So, Rui Hachimura, terrible game. Like he was bad. Just missing shots, just out of place. He can't, like, the problem with Rui is he can't defend. Like, he can defend Aaron Gordon to a degree, but Aaron Gordon is just quick. So he like beats him off the dribble a lot. Definitely can't defend Michael Porter Jr. I mean, Christian Wood was doing a better job defending those guys than Rui Hachimura was. He just, again, he doesn't have good lateral movement. He's not good at shifting and moving his feet, which is a real problem. But LeBron James, 9 of 20 from the field, 2 of 6 from three-point range. He had 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 25 points. Anthony Davis, 14 of 27 from the field. He had a solid game in that regard. Missed 2 free throws. He's got to make those free throws. 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, 4 blocks, 32 points. AD did all he could. Max Christie ended up getting hurt. That sucks. I mean, we're just like dwindling down on guys. And it's all of our defensive guys too, which really hurts, right? It's not like it's like, you know, some of the other, I mean, you don't want to lose guys, period. But it's just, it sucks that it's literally all of our defensive guys, all of them. Austin Reeves had a bad game again. 10 assists, which is solid. He had a double-double, but like if you watch that game, he was getting torched, just making bad decisions. He gambled on that play towards the end of the game where the game was still in reach, and he just can't do that stuff. You can't be gambling, especially against Denver. They're going to make you pay every time. He gambles. What happens? Boom, 3, ball game. You know, and it's that's what's frustrating. And again, Austin Reeves, he hasn't been the same. He's just not that guy this year. It's unfortunate. It really is. He was 6-16 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3. So 37% from the field total, 28% from 3. Again, he can't shoot. Taurean Prince was solid in the minutes that he was in. 4 of 6, 2 of 3. He was hitting some big shots early on to kind of keep us in it. 13 points. Jackson Hayes. If we would have won this game, Jackson Hayes was the MVP of this game. Jackson Hayes was great this game. Just getting after it, hustling. He had 5 offensive rebounds. He got like tip-ins and putbacks, had some blocks. He was very solid this game. I really liked what I saw from him. And Skylar Mays, I didn't mind what we saw in Skylar Mays. I'd like Spencer Dinwiddie. Have Spencer Dinwiddie kind of fill in that Skylar Mays role. I just believe in him more, trust him more. Look, if we get Spencer Dinwiddie, I would start Dinwiddie. Start D'Lo and Dinwiddie, right? Have Austin Reeves come off the bench in that 6-man room. He gives you the same production anyway. Because for Austin Reeves, it's about the minutes, not the starting or bench. And he would he's fine coming off the bench. Move him to the bench. Bring in Spencer Dinwiddie. Start Spencer Dinwiddie. So now at least you have some defense. Hopefully he gets back to like the guy he was in Dallas, or like when he first played with the Nets. Not this version that we saw that just like gave up and quit on the team. If we can get that, then that would be pretty solid. But anyway, let's see how this all plays out. But anyway, let's dive into all of your questions and super chats and stuff like that. Let's power through this. Murray is like a killer. The Nuggets always have timely shots. Exactly. 100%. It's the same story every time. Lakers are in it. Lakers are close. Get to the end of the game. It's a tight game back and forth. And then Jamal Murray's hitting just incredible shots, and they close it out. We just can't beat the Nuggets. That's 7 wins in a row. Yeah, we can't. They just have our number. They just know how to beat us. Ham the game up against pulling Mays, killing the momentum, putting in AR. I mean, again, Mays is two-way guy. You got your guy in Austin Reeves. You're trying to trust him. I mean, he hit a big 3 earlier, like after that, shortly after. So to me, it's more about the silly gamble. Like that's what really bothered me, because that game was still within reach. You play some defense, and you're in it, but instead he tries to gamble, and it cost us the game. That was it. It was a ball game. This dude Reeves is so bad. Yeah, he's just, again, I keep saying it. People keep trying to talk me out of it. And again, I was a guy that was huge on Austin Reeves this season. Go look at all the old videos in the offseason. Go look at the videos early on in the season where I was defending him and I was sticking up for him. And I was like, he's going to get back. Don't worry about it. You know, look, I was wrong. He's not. And people keep trying to convince me that no, he's there. We have enough of a sample size now. We're not 20 games into the season. We're 2/3 of the way over. And Austin Reeves has been the same guy all year. And he's going to now magically turn it around? I just don't buy it. I just don't. He's not that guy this season, unfortunately. Lewis coming out to $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Well, we can't blame D'Lo today. Right? People can't blame D'Lo today. I was. This is a game that I really wanted D'Lo to play because I wanted to see what he looked like. I wanted to see how he showed up. I wanted to see if this was going to be, if he was going to be able to continue that stretch, especially now that he doesn't have to worry about getting traded or anything. I really am curious to see how D'Lo kind of plugs back in and continues to play because we're going to need him. We're going to need him to continue to play the way he's played the last month and a half or whatever it's been. Yeah, if he can do that, then the Lakers may be able to get some stretches. It's going to be a long season. Like, it's frustrating, it sucks, but it really is. It's going to be a very long season, and it's unfortunate because I really wanted us to get some things done. I genuinely thought we were going to do something, even if it wasn't DeJounte Murray. I thought we'd make a couple moves. Right? Again, there are some guys in the buyout market that I do think can make some impact, but as far as you go get Spencer Dinwiddie and Robin Lopez, it's not like, oh, now we're a contender or anything like that. But I do think that they would be good quality pieces. Spencer Dinwiddie is a starting level player in this league. Robin Lopez is just like a big body to kind of just plug in for a few minutes here and there come the postseason. I'm okay with that. Maybe go get another piece or something. I made a list about it, or a list of it. I wouldn't mind Marcus Morris, right? So right now you have Joe Harris, Killian Hayes, Harry Giles, Daniel House, Marcus Morris, Spencer Dinwiddie, Victor Oladipo, Seth Curry is another one I wouldn't hate getting for 3-point shooting. Corey Joseph, Danilo Gallinari, Robin Lopez, James Bournight, and then Furkan Korkmaz. I would there's several guys I wouldn't mind Joe Harris and Seth Curry would be great for 3-point shooting. Same thing with Daniel House. Give us some shooting. Go get at minimum. Got to go get Spencer Dinwiddie. I would actually like Marcus Morris. He's a guy that can hit shots, hit threes. He's physical. He's tough. He can defend multiple positions. Go get that guy, and then go get Robin Lopez. If you get those three guys, I think they can make an impact collectively. Again, not saying that they turn the season around and make us a contender or anything, but I do think that those three guys are three guys that can, just help us hopefully climb in the standings. Let's see. Such an embarrassment. This team say goodbye to LeBron next year. Gosh, I hate this team so much. LeBron's not going anywhere. He's just not. He's not leaving. He's not here solely for basketball reasons. He's just not. And I see so many people that are like, "Oh, LeBron's leave." People thought he was going to leave. The previous year. Again, he could if he solely was going to a team for basketball reasons at the time. When he came to the Lakers, there was 5 other teams that could have signed him, and we probably would have won another 3 championships by now. Literally. So again, he's not here. His kids are here. He's not going anywhere until both his kids graduate. He's not. His other kid is going to USC also. He's not going to go and be on the East Coast or something like that when his family wanted to be here. So we got him at least another year or two. I'm not worried about it. We'll be fine. But this team is frustrating. That I agree with. Tonight proves that we need another big. AD played the whole first half. Yeah. Got to get another one. Like I said, Robin Lopez is available. Go get him. Go grab him. He's not ideal. He's not game-changing big man, but you just need a big body that you can throw and give some hard fouls to Jokic come playoff time. The Nuggets have continuity since 2019 season. We can, yeah. They definitely have. Austin Reeves can't guard a parked car. Yeah, he's rough. Bro, why take Mays out and put trash AR in? Because Austin Reeves is the guy you're paying and playing, and he's the guy, right? Mays is on a 2-way deal. I don't really knock in. Again, Austin Reeves hit a big shot that tied the game, right? So. It's don't get me wrong, it's frustrating, but I don't really to me that wasn't the difference in this game. It's just, again, it's the same story every time with Denver. We can't beat Denver. the Nuggets. So goodbye to the season. Hopefully somebody else beats them. Right? Hopefully, like that's my hope. My hope is we get into the postseason. One of these, the Clippers or like the Suns or somebody like that, ends up beating Denver, and then we don't have to play Denver, and then we can go win the championship. Because Denver's the only team I really worry about. I'm not saying the Lakers will just run through everybody, but you give me a healthy LeBron, healthy AD, we get into the postseason, right? If we're healthy, again, key is healthy. Like I like our matchup against everyone else but Denver. I think genuinely we could beat everybody but Denver. I'm not saying that we will. I wouldn't bet on it. I wouldn't lock it in, but I wouldn't be like if we don't have to play Denver, I wouldn't be shocked if the Lakers won the championship. If we have to play Denver, I believe Denver beats us. I'm going to root for the Lakers. I'm going to have belief when it happens, but if I'm being honest with myself, the non-fan, the fan in me is like, no, Lakers are winning that in 4. The non-fan in me is like, no, Denver's probably going to smack us in like 5 or 6. I don't think we get swept again, but I definitely think we lose pretty handily. I've been saying Lakers need a center. Hopefully they get somebody. We get owned by this team every time. Yeah, it is. It's rough. It is rough. If D'Lo played, we may have had a real chance. Yeah, that's why I wanted to kind of see. That's why I kind of wanted to see how this D'Lo looked post trade deadline, stuff like that. Yeah, well, the Kobe statue sucks. What are you talking about? Like, oh my god, what are you talking about? That's you probably aren't like smart enough to understand like what that symbolizes. I was just gonna say it, but I don't want to give you the appeasement. Like the Kobe statue doesn't suck if you know what that symbolizes, but clearly you don't, because if you did, you wouldn't be saying the Kobe statue sucks. No trades in this how Lakers play. Thanks to our staff, Kobe Knight. No effort, no urgency, no scoring. Thanks, AD, but everybody else and LeBron was horrible. Yeah, LeBron wasn't the greatest tonight. I was expecting him to have a little better game, but well, I mean, that's what he was known for, being kind of that 3-and-D point guard. He was really good in Portland. Portland wanted to keep Mays. The only reason they let Mays go was because they just had no room for him, right? Like their entire roster is a bunch of young guards. So they were like, we got let him go somewhere where he can get an opportunity. Against most teams in the West, we're bigger. Denver was not yet. And that's why I just don't believe that we beat them. Let's see. I'm hurt. Win for Kobe. Yeah, you got to get this W for Kobe. You do. You really do. It's frustrating that didn't happen. Man, we're missing so many players. If we had everyone, we would have won. That's my problem. Like, ideally, yes. It's like, yeah, you have everybody, you win this game. But it's just, I can't believe it until I see it. Right? Like the Lakers they lose the same way every single time against Denver. Like if this was like an outlier time and this was just like, oh man, like, yeah, we had everybody, we were good. But no, like literally every time we play Denver, this is the exact same result. Denver controls the game start to finish. Lakers make that push. They, get it within striking range where it's like close or it's tied, or maybe they take a slight lead and then Denver just pulls away. Every single time we play them. That's literally what it is. Austin Reeves did sell. Jackson Hayes was spectacular. If we would have won this game, he should have gotten MVP. MVP of the game. Let's see. Gonna go on a rant, Tyler, but please read. Jason Tim, always, usually, puts things perfectly. It's hard to be upset with Rob because you don't truly know what the options were. I'm right there with you, 100%. That was something that I talked about in my videos leading up to it, and I touched on before, right? Again, we're not on the phone conversations. We're not in the room with Rob, knowing what the deal is, knowing what's going on. I don't see the other half of it, so I'll come back to that and when I get that, because I got David coming out with $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Going on 2K and start hammering Denver. Yeah. Take care of them for us, David. Do us a solid. Go out there, beat them by 30 for us. That way we have a little sense, little feel. But yeah, I mean, again, it's frustrating every single time. Every time we play them, it's the same result. It's so frustrating. It is. It's so frustrating. But like I said, hopefully somebody else beats them, and then maybe we'll actually win win a chip this year. That would be amazing and surprising. But yeah, it's tough. It is. It's tough. But yeah, go smack Denver for me. That damn Jamal Murray FX. Um, 80 Jokic. 80 was solid this game. Lakers should have traded all the. Uh, yeah, again, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. Lakers 2023-2024 is trash. Yeah, so far they've been rough. Let's see. Well, say goodbye to the Lakers season. Sad that they lost today. This was supposed to be for Kobe, man. I saw Rondo in the crowd. Give me Rondo over AR. Bring back 2020 Lakers. Yeah, it's tough. It's frustrating. Let's see. We should have traded Reeves. I was on the trade Reeves campaign. They never can find a way to pull it off. Never. Yeah, that's a big problem. Again, it's the same story every time. Can't believe we lost. Yeah, it's rough. No, we're 0-7 against them now. We had it. We have it. It's like that commercial. What was it? A Geico commercial or whatever? You know, where the guy has like the dollar on a fishing pole and he's like, I caught you $1. Right? Oh, you almost had it that time. Like that's Denver to the Lakers. Right? They're like, oh, you think you're gonna win, huh? Oh, you almost had it. Oh, nope, not this time. Sucks, right? Like every time, it's the same result. It's so frustrating, infuriating. It really is. Cosman coming out the $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Screw Denver. I don't like that team at all. Yeah, look, Denver. They're dramatic, right? Especially not so much the players, the head coach. Mike Malone is always like crying about the Lakers and always talking about every opportunity. I mean, he talks about the Lakers more than he talks about anybody. So yeah, they're annoying. But I mean, look, they're a good basketball team, right? I mean, we've dominated them their entire existence, and now they have this like 2-year stretch or whatever where they've just been better than us. I mean, it happens sometimes. It sucks, but it happens. Why they hit key shots, they miss them. That's the difference between contenders and non-contenders, right? Contenders can close, hit the big shots. The teams that aren't can't. I blame it on Rui and AR. Yeah, they were both rough this game. 104, 104, and then lost. Can't defend Jamal Murray. I mean, that's what he does to Lakers every single time. Yeah, Michael Porter Jr. was their ace factor without a doubt. I'm sad. I feel it. Shout out to Jax. Yeah, Jackson Hayes was fantastic this game. He was very good this game. Lakers should have traded all them bums, man. Reeves, Rui, Braun, etc. Reeves was off tonight, shaking my head. Terrible shots. Yeah. Again, there clearly wasn't. I mean, like Rob Pelinka put it. Can't buy a house that's not for sale. He said it. I thought he put it perfectly. Is it still possible to trade Reeves? Not till the offseason. We'll see. The Lakers believe that there's going to be another star. There's reports that came out. I'll talk about him in videos tomorrow. But there's reports that Trae Young is. Many people believe that Trae Young is going to be available in the offseason. And the Lakers and Hawks are supposed to talk to DeJounte Murray again in the offseason. They weren't able to figure it out now, but they may work it out in the offseason as both teams try to figure it out. So we'll see. We'll see. Again, I'm okay with the Lakers not making a move if there was nothing there. And look, all the moves, like I said this in my video, right, that I posted after the trade deadline. Like, look at all the this was a very boring, minimal trade deadline, which was kind of expected. But none of the big names, Bruce Brown, DeJounte Murray, and DeMar DeRozan. All three of those guys were heavily rumored that they were going to be traded. Teams were close on several occasions, and then boom, nothing happened. Right? It was all just little small pieces that were traded. And again, what players got moved that's like, oh man, the Lakers should have jumped on that. And then also look at the deals that were made in order to acquire those players. How would the Lakers have done the same deals? Right? That was the problem, right? Like the only one that I was just like, ah man, like I wish we would have gotten that was like the Gafford deal. But again, we wouldn't have been able to do what they did in order to make that deal work. And then the Royce O'Neal deal, which again, the way it was structured with like 3 teams or whatever, we wouldn't have been able to do again because it was just too combobulated with like salaries and just like throw in guys and stuff. We would have had to stack like 3 or 4 players. It just, you wouldn't have been able to structure it that way. So outside of that, like who else got traded that was like, okay, that makes sense. That guy was worth us, taking on long term. Like it just, there really wasn't anything. There wasn't any moves that I looked at this trade deadline and was like, oh man, the Lakers should have gotten that guy. Like would it have been nice to get like Alec Burke and Boyan? Sure, but we wouldn't have had a way to get him. Was lost all game. Yeah, he just because he can't defend. Like he can defend the stockier forwards. He can't defend the quicker ones, and that's like all Denver. I mean, even Aaron Gordon is like super athletic, quick-footed. We don't play discipline enough. Yeah. If we had Vincent, we would have won. I don't even know if Vincent. I mean, Vincent was terrible when he did play the 5 games that he played. He's like 2 of 17 or something like that from 3. It's not great. Let's see. I would have definitely traded Reeves for Murray. Lakers backcourt play kills them against Denver. I would have traded Austin Reeves for DeJounte Murray also. I was screaming and preaching that. But clearly the Lakers felt otherwise. Let's see. Denver does have fantastic chemistry. 100%. Pelicans are probably winning tomorrow. This team's a joke, bro. You're supposed to win this game, especially when it comes to honoring Kobe. Made a big deal about them wearing the jerseys. Nobody on the team has no mama mentality yet. It was tough. Like Joe said, Murray just owns the Lakers. He is spot on. They do. The Lakers season been over after that in-season tournament. They lost. They flow. They just aren't very good. They were able to pick it up against bad teams, and that was that. Not to mention half our roster is injured. Yes. Losing Kobe Day really hurts us. Yeah, facts. Was very missed this game. Yeah, facts. Because you could have thrown him on Jamal Murray all game. They can't defend the perimeter, save their lives. When it comes down to it, Reeves, Prince, Vando cannot be the 3 players around Braun and AD to close. If you want to win a ship, it's just not good enough. I'm sorry. This will happen over and over to us. I agree. You have no athleticism. You have no size, no physicality. You're missing a lot of things in that regard. So I'm hoping they go get Spencer Dinwiddie. Because at least he's got some good size. He's physical defensively. He's big body. He can do multiple things, especially if he can kind of get back to being that like Denver version, or not Denver, Dallas version, where he was really good for Dallas, like really good. But yeah, time will tell. Let's see, where's part 4? I'm just trying to knock this out, and then I'll go back up to the top. Here it is. We needed Dorian Finney-Smith or anyone closing lineup upgrade. Look at how good Prince fits. Dorian Finney-Smith, Royce O'Neal would have been just like him, if not better. I think that they would have been better. I kept telling people that were like, "Oh, but how like are they?" I was like, they are literally upgraded versions of Dorian Prince. Those are the type of players you need alongside Reeves, Braun, not Rui. I am with you. Where's the last part? Oh, here it is. I love him, but Rui does not fit on this roster at all. You got to move him. Like you're really telling me Brooklyn wouldn't take Rui for Dorian Finney-Smith. That's a player who would have fit so much better. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I imagine if they would have done it. I mean, the Brooklyn Nets, I'm assuming the reports are true, but the Brooklyn Nets turned down 2 firsts for Dorian Finney-Smith. So, look, as much as we like Rui isn't worth 2 firsts. So if they were turning down 2 firsts, I just don't think that they would have I don't think that they would have taken Dorian Finney-Smith. And look, like I said, I trust Rob Pelinka. Rob Pelinka has shown enough to know, like, if there was something, if he could have found something, he would have found it, and they would have made the deal. So to me, like he said, I trust his word when he says, there was no house to buy, there was nothing available, and why? And there's no point in making moves just to make moves, right? Why are you going to trade assets and unload stuff just to do what? Like, again, it's just like I said in the video, and like I said earlier in this live stream, go look at the actual structure of all the deals. First off, find me a player outside of like Daniel Gafford and Royce O'Neal that actually made sense for this team. Like even Alec Burke and Bojan Bogdanovic. Like Alec Burke, I wouldn't have mind. Bojan, like the Lakers can't afford to pay him $19 million next year, so he didn't really make any sense. But like, go look at how those deals were structured. There was just no way the Lakers could have done any of those deals. So that's where the problem was. But I say keep Maves. I like Maves a lot. I really do. Let's see. Scores. Watch Michael Porter Jr. score 7 points on 30% field goals next game. Yeah, these guys love to play against the Lakers. They absolutely do. You also bipolar with Reeves. Hey, look, I've been very consistent with Reeves personally, but yeah, some people are. So you got the pendulum swing. Talk about it all the time. When Reeves is great, you keep him. He's the greatest player ever. Tyler, you're an idiot for wanting to trade him. And then as soon as he plays like this, everyone's like, Tyler, you're the smartest person ever. Like, it's just like, so what is it? Which one is it? Am I an idiot or am I not? But again, Austin Reeves just hasn't been the guy he was last year. A lot of it is he can't shoot this year. Go look at all the games where he's had success and been really good. All those games, he was shooting not even great. He has a couple games where he had really good games, and he was like, like 3 of 8 or something like that. But like he started off, like if you watch the game, he hit like his first 2. And then just like couldn't hit a 3 the rest of the way. So, but the problem is he hit his first 2. So teams were like, now we got to press him because he can go hit 7 threes, as we've seen. But when he's like, he misses, and he misses. Like teams are okay letting him shoot, especially those deep threes. Like no one goes and challenges those deep threes ever. And he loves to shoot them. Like step closer. You keep hitting these like back end rims and stuff. I understand like when the shot clock is coming down and you got to like throw up the prayer, like sure. But like he loves to take these like deep, unnecessary threes. And it's like, dude, just like you have room, step into it. Right? Like, at least we got 3 Kobe statues. Wait till everyone is healthy. Crying way too early. Even when they are, we've seen this team healthy and they were still bad. Like we've had games where everybody was healthy. Like the entire the like 3 games that the Lakers had literally everyone on the roster healthy, they lost all those games. I mean, it's not like we have a ton of games with that, but still, like there have been games where we've had like 20 games where Gabe Vincent was the only guy injured, and we lost almost all of those games. Like it's not like this team just isn't good enough. Like I wish they were. Right? I mean, they have nights where they look like, man, they're incredible, but it's just we don't have any consistency besides LeBron James and Anthony Davis. LeBron James and Anthony Davis are literally our only consistency on this roster. Nobody else is consistent. One night you have Reeves go and just shoot the lights out, and then the next 3 games he's terrible. And and then D'Lo's been the closest as far as like consistency, especially the last like month and a half, right? So my hope is that he can continue to play that way. If he can continue to keep that consistency, then that'll be good for the Lakers. But it's why I wanted DeJounte Murray, right? I had questions about the fit. I had my issues about the fit, but at least he's consistent. Like even a bad game, he goes and gives you, 15 on decent efficiency. It's just, he just can't find his 3 ball or whatever, right? But he's still just able to create and get to the rim and apply pressure and has that athleticism. And like, it's just, again, like, that's why I was like, trade Reeves, right? Trade Reeves, go get DeJounte Murray. Like, Austin Reeves is not better than DeJounte Murray as much as people try to convince themselves that he is. He's just not. I mean, many believe DeJounte Murray's having a terrible season, and he's still giving you almost 22 points, 5 rebounds, 5 or 6 assists, and shooting like 37, 38% from three. Like, I would gladly take that. Who else is doing that on this roster? Nobody. So, like, if that's his bad season, right, like, go get that. Yeah, they do own us, facts. I think we might be going to Dallas. I think he might be going to. I mean, it's possible, but I don't know. I mean, I think it just boils down to. I mean, he likes Dallas. He was really good. I mean, he had his like best year in Dallas, like as far as efficiency goes and stuff like that. So it could make sense. Maybe he wants that reunion there. But I think if the Lakers promise him a starting job, which I believe that they should, again, like who's starting makes more sense. Like Reeves and D'Lo can't start in the back. They just get killed every time. So D'Lo's better than Reeves. So keep D'Lo in the starting unit. Put Spencer Dinwiddie as your starting two. Move Austin Reeves to the bench. So now you get better bench production. And boom, there you go. You're off to the races. We beat Celtics without LeBron and AD. I mean, yeah, but like I said, any given night, any team can beat any. Boston was down like 25 against the Pistons not that long ago. I mean, again, any night, things can happen. It's about the consistency. Mays was doing good. I like Mays a lot. Couldn't ask more Mays. Exactly, facts. If we had D'Lo, Vando, and Cam, we win this game. Possibly. I mean, you would think so, but again, it's just the same script over and over and over again in these games, in these matchups, which is what's frustrating. Andrew, coming out the $2 super chat. Thank you so much. And agreed, Tyler. I still think we have a real shot, to be honest. Like, yeah, I mean, look, again, if we get into the postseason, get into the playoffs, I'll take my chances. Right? I mean, again, I wouldn't bet on it, but outside of Denver, I believe the Lakers can beat anybody. I genuinely do. It's just, can they get to the postseason? Like, if they finish as like the ninth or 10th seed, then we're in big trouble. Because I don't think the Lakers are going to do it. I just don't. But I don't know. We'll see. Time will tell. David, coming out the $20 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Lakers front office is just not good. They trade when they shouldn't. They don't when they should. Always chasing stars instead of building a winning team. Resting and old laurels. Wasting a good AD and LeBron. Here, Mitchell's not coming. So, a couple things. So, first off, I don't believe Donovan Mitchell's coming either. Again, there's just too many teams that can outbid us. And he wants to go to New York. He wants to go to a New York team. So Brooklyn and the Knicks both have better assets and more draft picks. I just don't see how we get Donovan Mitchell. Right? Now, maybe if there's several stars that become available, like there's talks about Trae Young potentially coming available, he's been linked to the Lakers for a long time. Like there was reports like years ago, like 2 or 3 years ago, where Trae Young told his camp or whatever that like as soon as he can leave Atlanta, he's going to the Lakers. So maybe they get somebody. To me, you had an all-star level guy in reach. Get him. If somebody better comes along, well, then now you can use that guy as like, hey, what are you going to get better than DeJounte Murray, right? Like that was kind of my thinking in that regard, but nonetheless, they didn't do it. As far as the front office not being good, like I think Rob Pelinka's been excellent. Like the one thing that everyone holds Rob Pelinka against or to the fire to is the Russell Westbrook trade. But he didn't want to do like he had a deal literally done. Like it was getting finalized. Sacramento was furious, which is probably why Sacramento's never going to trade with us ever again because of what ended up happening. Right? He had Buddy Hield ready to go. And then DeMar DeRozan said publicly in a Taylor Rooks interview, I believe it was Taylor Rooks, that he was going to the Lakers, that he believed it was done. So you had Buddy Hield, assuming that what everyone said publicly is true, that the Lakers would have gotten Buddy Hield and DeMar DeRozan, that both of those deals were done. The only one we know that was done for sure was the Buddy Hield deal. So we know that for a fact that was done. The DeMar DeRozan, if we take DeMar's word, which I don't know why he'd lie about a deal being done going to the Lakers, then Rob Pelinka had other plans. And then Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis were hanging out courtside. And then they go to Anthony Davis's house. They have that conversation. And then you hear the rumors, you hear the reports. And then Jeannie Buss goes, go trade for Russell Westbrook. So they stop the Sacramento deal. And then he goes and trades for Russell Westbrook because he has to do what the owner says, right? We all have to do what our boss says, right? So that's the thing. I don't really blame Rob Pelinka for that. Like, if you want to blame Jeannie Buss, sure. I definitely think she has a level of accountability. But I mean, every time Rob Pelinka's had the free range to do something, he's been great. I mean, he turned Russell Westbrook into pieces to go to the conference finals. He put together a championship team. Then the following year, he upgraded that team. And we probably win back-to-back if Anthony Davis doesn't get hurt. So, like, I don't really – like, again, I personally – and again, David, this is just me personally. I just personally believe that Rob Pelinka's fine. I think he's proven that he's great. And if he says that there was nothing there and there was nothing that made sense, then I believe him. I'll take his word for it because to me, he has the track record to show otherwise. I'm sure many people feel otherwise, but that's the beauty of conversation. That's the beauty of sports, right? We all have our different perspectives and views. But personally, I just think hey, and again, look at all the trades that happened. Like, what deals were done that, one, the Lakers could have made, and two, actually made sense for the Lakers that would have done anything. Like, if there weren't any deals that really impact the Lakers heavily, which, like I said, unless the Lakers got 2, 3, 4 guys, they weren't going to turn the season around. So if that wasn't out there, then Rob Pelinka probably looked at it and just said, we're better off holding and seeing what happens, right? Like I always say, one in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. But if you don't have one in the hand, then you might as well go see what's in the bush, right? So it's kind of my thinking. But as far as like the star chasing, that's always been the Lakers, though. Always. I mean, go back to Gary Payton and Karl Malone, right? Steve Nash and Dwight Howard, right? The Lakers, that's what they always do, right? They waited. They got burned on Dwight Howard. They waited for Paul George. They got burned by Kawhi Leonard. All right, now they're probably going to get burned by Donovan Mitchell. I mean, that's always going back to the history of the LA Lakers has always been about the star power. Go chase the stars because the stars are the ones that win, right? Like, you see it now. All the top teams have like multiple all-star or like borderline all-star guys, right? And the Lakers just don't, and then you have Denver who Jamal Murray is an all-star level guy, but Jokic is just far and away the best player in the league. So it's frustrating, but again, David, really appreciate you. Great talking points too. Seriously. Thank you. Let's see. Where was D'Lo and Max Cutter? I thought D'Lo was supposed to play today, but apparently he didn't. But yeah, Max got hurt. That hurt. Hayes starting to come on. We don't need Lopez. I would still like Lopez because Hayes. Look, I like Hayes' hustle and energy and effort, but he is just he's scary. Like, he's just very undisciplined. When you get to the postseason, he's going to get exposed when he's on the court. Teams are going to target him and go after him. The regular season is not the postseason. You can get away with Jackson Hayes for the regular season because, teams aren't like actively targeting him. But I mean, look, he has games like this, and then he'll have several games where it's like, all right, like, get this guy off the court. Right. And that's the problem where at least Lopez, again, he's not the best big man, but at least he's a veteran that's not going to get exposed heavily, that can be a big body. You can throw on Jokic. He's not going to get bullied heavily. He's going to be, you have a guy that can give the hard foul. He's known to just be physical. You kind of need that. I mean, Jackson Hayes is just getting tossed around out there. He's just incredibly athletic. Difference between Murray and Reeves, DeJounte surely will give you 20 points or more each and every day. Unlike Reeves, I'm becoming to hate the Lakers now. I wouldn't go that far as hating the Lakers, but yeah, that's my point. It's just the consistency. You know what you're gonna get from DeJounte Murray game in and game out. The problem with Austin Reeves is you have no clue what you're gonna get from Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves might tomorrow might go off for 30, and then the next 3 games he'll give you, he might give you 15, but he took 15 shots and shot 20%. It's like, all right. Robin Lopez is trash. Yes, but who's a better option that's out there? And you're not asking him to come in and play 30 minutes a game. You're asking him to come in and just, when Anthony Davis gets his 10 minutes of rest, just don't get destroyed out there. Looks like a psycho. That's why I want him. Bring him in here. We need some physicality. We need some toughness, especially down low. Reeves is chaos. He plays is not really suited for the Lakers. Again, he's just too inconsistent. You know, you don't know what you're going to get from him. Come on, guys, half our team is out. But I talked about this earlier. Yes, that's true. It's frustrating, but we've had like 20 games where basically everybody's been healthy outside of Gabe Vincent, and we've lost almost all of them. Like, it's just, we're not good. We're not a very good team. I'm sick of AR. Should have traded D'Lo at the deadline. Again, obviously there was nothing there. Robin Lopez can't guard a lick. Trust me. I watched the Bucks. Yeah, but again, you're just asking him to come in. You're not asking him to play 30 minutes a game. You're not asking him to be a big impact player. And who else are you going to get for a vet minimum contract? Like, again, who else is out there? Trade deadline's over. Who else are you getting? Right? I would rather have at least Brooklyn. Like, yes, there's like guys like Bismack Biyombo, but he's not 7 feet. At least Robin Lopez is 7'1". Like, what is he, like 250 or something? Like, at least he's sizable. He's physical. You're just asking him to go in there and just commit a couple playoff fouls on Jokic, right? And just don't get just demolished, right? You can't teach the hype, is my point. I feel like Rui is still trying to figure out his role. He's been in and out of the lineup due to, I mean, but the problem is that, like, he's just never going to get that. That's why I wanted them to trade Rui, because he's never going to get the opportunity as long as LeBron and AD are on this roster, or as long as LeBron's on this roster. This game is on Reeves, Rui, Ham, and surprisingly LeBron, but they fought hard. I will give them that. Yeah, it was tough. It was tough. These Nuggets are so fake, man. These Nuggets are frustrating. Someone should have been traded at the deadline. Again, if there's nothing there, there's nothing there, right? Like, again, what deal got done that you look at and go, oh man, that if the Lakers did that, they win they're the best team in the league now, or they turn around their season. There wasn't. It was a bunch of like random role players. You know, we would have had to get 3, 4, 5 of those guys to really turn the season around. And we just didn't have, like, there's just no way we're going to be able to do that. Like, all the guys that were supposed to get traded, none of them ended up getting traded. I mean, that's just how it goes sometimes. Andrew, coming out the $2 super chat. Were you stunned that they made 0 moves? Surprised, to be honest. I mean, maybe not stunned, but a little surprised, yes. I mean, I always thought that was a possibility. I just thought that they would have done something. Like, I thought that there would have been some move, even if it was just like Royce O'Neal or something like that. I thought that they would have made some type of move where it was like, okay, like, this guy makes sense for now and the future. But like, complete, like, stunned, I think is a little too extreme personally. Because to me, it was always an option. If DeJounte Murray wasn't available, like if they weren't able to trade for DeJounte Murray, I thought that there was a real possibility that nothing got done. And that's what happened. They weren't able to trade for DeJounte Murray, nothing got done. But I am a little surprised that they didn't make some move. I thought that they would have done something, right? Even if it was just like go get an Andre Drummond or something like that. Which Chicago, I don't know what Chicago's doing. Like, I am going to laugh my behind off when DeMar DeRozan leaves in the offseason and they lose him for nothing when they could have gotten a first-round pick for him, and last year could have probably gotten 2 firsts from like a team like the Lakers or whatever. It's just, man, bad teams just make bad decisions. But yeah, frustrating. Played a great game up until the final stretch. That is every time we play Denver. Literally every time it's the same story. Lakers are right in it until like the final minute, 2 minutes, and then Denver does what they do and they just pull away. Um, let's see. Prince played fine. Yeah, Prince was solid. I thought he gave us great production off the bench. Uh, I also think the Lakers can beat this Nuggets team. They have a formula of bigs, but they really need a good shooter. Yeah, it's the problem. Is like who are you gonna get? But we'll see. Reeves is overrated. Yeah, he's just not the same player he was. If they traded D'Lo, it wouldn't have made a difference tonight. Uh, if they traded D'Lo, it wouldn't have made a difference tonight. I'm assuming that's somebody else. Austin Reeves is totally trash on defense. Yeah, sure. We don't need DeJounte Murray. Jamal cooked us again. Yeah, that's why I wanted to go get DeJounte. I blame LeBron down the stretch more, but good showing for sure. Reeves hit that three to tie us up. Murray is such a problem. Hits all the clutch threes. He does, man. He loves to play the Lakers. That dude loves every time he plays the Lakers. He just like he just gets Michael Jordan's secret sauce and just takes a swig of it, and he just comes out and kills him. Really lost on Kobe Day. What a disgrace! Yeah, that was very, very frustrating. Very frustrating. Not gonna lie, trade Rui. I thought that they should too. Braun and AD had no offensive help at all, yet we were still close, which has kind of been the thing all season. Again, like I've broken this down countless times on these live streams. Right, LeBron James will literally are accounting for like 50% of like the points, rebounds, and assists on a regular basis. You're not going to win very many games that way. Just not. But how many free throws? I'm assuming, yeah, free throws. Lakers need to stay in the game, damn. Hey, when you're aggressive and physical, that's what happens. I'm not praising nobody until they prove otherwise. Tell Lakers trash lost in front of Vanessa on Kobe night. Sad. I'm ready for OKC. OKC, they better and play with heart. Can't wait to see them yet. That was rough. Let's see. Should have traded AR and Rui. Yeah, if something was there, I would have been all for it. Kobe is LA. We're not making the play in with this team. I mean, we'll make the play in, but will we make the 7th or 8th seed? That's the real question. Like we'll make the 9th or 10th. I'm not worried about that. But assuming knock on wood, there's no like significant injury or anything. But making that 7th or 8th seed, that I am not super. That is where I don't know. And if the Lakers are the 9th or 10th seed, they're probably not making the playoffs. Because you got to win 2 straight games, and I just don't trust this team to do that. I just don't trust this team to win 2 straight games against teams that are desperate, trying to get into the playoffs. Also, let's see. French should get more shots. Shouldn't have the Kobe statue. I mean, yeah. So what? You're supposed to hold off until we're a true contender? Who knows how long that is? I don't care. I like this team. Just trade Rui. Spencer Dinwiddie was at the Mavs game. Bro sitting behind the Mavs bench. I think he signed with the Mavs. I don't think he signed with them. But it is very possible that he goes to them. I'm sure if he signed with them, there would already be news about it. But I mean, he was technically waived, and what he where they were in Brooklyn. Who did Dallas play? Dallas played the Knicks, so that's not surprising to me. If they were in Dallas, right? Like if Spencer Dinwiddie was hanging out at the Mavs game in Dallas, I would have been like, yeah, that's pretty strange. But for him to hang out, he's already in New York, right? He's a Brooklyn net. Well, not anymore, but now he's a free agent. But he hasn't even left Brooklyn yet. So he just drove down the road to go to the Knicks game. That's all it was. So, like, again, if he like flew to Dallas and like was hanging courtside in Dallas, then I would have been like, okay, like yeah, Lakers are probably not getting him. I'm not saying he won't go to Dallas. He very well could go to Dallas. But I think the Lakers need to go get him. We win once everyone's healthy. Hopefully. And is there ever a time where everyone does get healthy? Uh, let's see. If Bogey went for 2 seconds and a player of Grimes' caliber, well, he didn't go for just Grimes. He went for like several young players and Evan Fournier's contract. But also, you got to keep in mind, Evan Fournier's contract is expiring, right? And then everyone else is on like small deals. Like one, Detroit would have had to want Rui. Who's to say that they wanted Rui? And two, they would have had to been okay with paying him, 17, 18 million a year. Again, that's the thing. Like Bogdanovich and Alec Burke would have been great. If the Lakers could have done that deal, perfect. Sign them up. I mean, one, I don't think the Lakers would have done it because Boyan is owed 19 million next year, and the Lakers are already like struggling like financially with all the new CBA restrictions coming in next season. So I don't think that they would have traded for Bogdanovich, period. But like, I'm sure if they could have gotten some significant moves, they would have done it. But you're going on the assumption, which I mean, you even said yourself earlier, right? That Jason Timp said, like, there's always like we don't know what the conversations were. Maybe Rob dangled that. Maybe he did say, "Hey, we'll give you a Rui in 2 seconds or Rui in 3 seconds, even." Right? It's very possible, and they just said, "No, we don't want that. We'd rather get Grimes and with Arsenato or whatever his name is, and like all these other young guys, right?" And then they also got Evan Fournier's expiring contract. They moved off of Bogey's 19 million. So again, there was benefits across the board. LeBron, Reeves, and Rui didn't have their best shooting night. Yes, it was rough. Treat AR how we treat D'Lo. Great player to start, not a great player to close. Let's see. Yes, pocket point out. Mave's out. He killed the flow. Again, I mean, we tied the game. Like minutes after that, like a long time after that. I mean, it was a tie game with like 2:15 left or whatever. Like, let's see. I can't wait to see the Nuggets face off against the Wolves and the Thunder in the playoffs. Yeah, be some solid matchups. Hayes needs more minutes. I liked him a lot. Skylar Mays or Hayes. Sorry, I was thinking Mays. I'm sorry. I like Mays a lot. I was going to say but yeah, Hayes. Problem is like he's great in doses. Like look at all the times that like he start and played heavy minutes. Like he's good in doses. You give him like 10, 15 minutes, that dude is great. As soon as he starts getting like 20, 30 minutes, like all the flaws start to really show. And then he starts getting exposed, starts getting foul happy because he's not disciplined. It's just I like Hayes a lot, but he's a project, right? He's a guy that you want to build. Let him play a couple minutes here and there. But let's see. For AR's contract, he's putting up good numbers. He's just not. I mean, he's putting up good numbers, but the efficiency is terrible. That's the problem. Like, yeah, if you just look on the surface, right, it's like, man, the dude's averaging like 15, 5, and 5. Like, what more could you want for a guy making 12 million? But then if you look at the efficiency, you look at like his plus minus, like the Lakers are 7 points better. It might be more now. I haven't checked that in a while. But last time I checked, Lakers were 7 points better with him off the floor than with him on the floor. Right? His defense, he's like arguably our worst defensive player. It's just like you start really looking at everything. It's like Austin Reeves is a net negative rather than a positive. But again, like if you just surface level, if you just looked at his stats, like just purely his, you know, like 15, 5, and 5, it's like, oh man, like why is everyone talking about Reeves? Like Reeves is killing it. Like what more do you want from Reeves? But like when you actually like watch the games and you look deeper than just the baseline stats, it's like, okay, he's not been very good this year at all. This game hurts in different ways, to be honest. Like I knew we had obvious issues, but now I know we are truly nowhere near good enough. Reeves can't be our third best player. We needed Bogey at the very least. I just don't think the Lakers would have traded for him. The Lakers are already just like screwed with the cap. Like the new CBA restrictions kick in next year. If they trade for Bogey, they literally wouldn't be able to do anything next year. Nothing. Or assuming D'Lo, or even if D'Lo opts in, they wouldn't be able to do it. Right. So like I just like let's say you traded Rui for Bogdanovich, right? Like the Lakers they're screwed. Like if D'Lo opts in, that's it. That's your roster. You're not going to be able to make any trades because you can only do 1-for-1 salaries. You can't aggregate contracts and stuff like that. Like it just there's just no way the Lakers would have traded for Bogdanovich. And Bogdanovich wasn't going to turn the season around. So you trade for Bogdanovich and then what? Right? Like now you're stuck with a team that's just not good enough to win anything for the next like at least 2 years. Let's see. He did have a tremendous game. He was great this year. Great this year. Or this game, not this year. Sorry, I'm like on like 2 hours of sleep. I'm exhausted. Which it's already 10:30. I'm gonna wrap up here shortly. All right, let's power through some of these questions. Obviously, super chats take priority, but outside of the super chats, let's power through a couple of these questions for like 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna get out of here because I need to set up videos for tomorrow, and I want to get some sleep. I am so tired. Like I literally, I didn't nap. I was gonna do a live stream, but I needed to. I literally did not sleep between yesterday and today. I didn't sleep at all because like my girl got home from work super early, and then like I was just like doing work, and then it was like 4 in the morning, and I was like, I might as well just stay awake because like things are probably gonna start kicking off at 6 a.m. And so, which it didn't. I could have slept till like 8. But I was like, I didn't want to risk it. So I literally stayed up until the trade deadline was over, made those 2 videos on this channel and then the AIS Lakers show. And then I took a nap from like 1:30 till like 3. So I guess an hour and a half. So I'm on like an hour and a half sleep. And then I woke up at 3, put some stuff together, and then got ready for the game. Or made the Spencer Dinwiddie video. That's what it was. I made the Spencer Dinwiddie video and then got ready for the game. And I was just like, so I'm beat, tired, and I could have just slept. Like that's the sad part. I could have just slept this whole time because Lakers did nothing and just woke up and made all my videos. Like man, but it's all right. Stuff happens. I just really thought the Lakers were going to do something. Anyway, B coming in hot $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Austin played MVP level tonight. Great defense. First off, I really appreciate you with the super chat. Secondly, man, Austin Reeves was he was rough tonight. He was again, you just don't know what you're gonna get with Austin Reeves. You don't. You know, like it's just like one game he's great, next game he's terrible. Then you got like 2 games where he's great, and then you got another 2 games where he's terrible. It's just like, again, like I said, every like 10 games he has like a really good game, but then the other 9 he's like hit or miss. But yeah, man, he sold this game badly. Like, yeah, the game was in range, in striking range, and then you make that gamble and you just take the L. It's just, it's frustrating. But anyway, V, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Should the Lakers? Oh, not that one. Should the Lakers shut down AD and LeBron James and tank the season? No, because they can't. Like the Pelicans are owed the Lakers pick. They have to be good because otherwise, like if they like, there's no incentive for them to tank. So you might as well just try to push. Maybe you turn it around, right? You go get maybe two guys off a buyout, two or three guys off the buyout. Maybe you could turn it around. Do the hokey pokey. Um, and at least get into the postseason. And if you're in the postseason, you never know. Anything can happen. And you never know. Like, I mean, you can say the same thing about the Lakers, but key injury, key something here. Team just goes on a bad streak. Lakers have like a hot stretch or something. All of a sudden, they could be in the 7th or 8th seed. And you're gonna have some teams starting to tank, like some teams that are like, all right, like we might as well just pack it in. Like you saw Dallas do it last year. Let's be real, though. We can't let Michael Porter Jr. get 27 expect to win here. Let's see. LeBron could finally play with Curry. Yeah, right. Go get him. Danilo Gallinari would be a great fit for the Lakers. I just think there's better options out there. He was, because he's not on Detroit anymore. He was shooting 58% from 3-point range for Detroit. If he could keep that up, sign him, bring him in immediately. I'm with you on that. Dinwiddie, Morris, and Curry. Thank you, Jay. Yes. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, all that stuff. You guys are beautiful. I appreciate you. So yeah, take a second, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. He decided to get treatment day before the Denver game. I mean, I'm sure he didn't decide. That's usually a team decision. Let's see. Sorry, trying to find something. Why wasn't D'Lo playing tonight? Because he got treatment on his knee, and originally was scheduled out and then wasn't. So, or was scheduled to play and then wasn't. We keep saying LeBron not leaving. We're going to have to oversell or overpay for a player this summer. I mean, Lakers can't. They have no cap space, regardless. The only thing that they could do is make trades. And yeah, I don't believe if LeBron leaves next season, I would be genuinely like that. Like Andrew said earlier, like, were you shocked? I would be shocked if LeBron leaves, because again, he's not here for just basketball. Until his kids graduate, he's not going anywhere. So as long as his kids are playing in California, he's not leaving California. Let's see. Never seen him play, and I like the idea of him, but I've heard Robin Lopez is a really bad player, like the Thanasis level. He's not like great. He's not a high IQ player. He's like a veteran Jackson Hayes, right? Like he has these moments where he's like high energy, just toughness, right? Like let me clarify. So he's like Jackson Hayes in the sense of like in small doses, he can give you kind of what you need depending on what it is that you need. But like if he starts playing significant minutes, then you need to take him out. Like that's when the flaws start to show. So again, just to get a big body, he's a true 7-footer. He's 7'1". He's got good size. You just need him just to be that. You're not playing him. You're not asking him to play 20 minutes or anything like that. You're asking him to just come in, give you a couple minutes, and get in, get out type thing. All right, let's power through a couple more questions here. LeBron should go out of the Lakers next season. Just leave Lakers with their baby Reeves. He's not leaving. Or at least I don't think so. And never say never, but he's not leaving. I would be shocked. 27-26, yay, the season's over no matter who they get. I mean, again, you get into the postseason, we'll see, but not looking good. I think D'Lo would have given good contribution on offense. 18, 7-19, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. Yeah, I could see seeing something like that. Malone outcoached Ham every single time. I mean, that's not like a real flex. It's not really a real brag. Let's see. Clippers. Did you just really say Clippers 4 All-Stars are better than Lakers 2 All-Stars? I mean, 4 is more than 2. Very good on your math. That must be Clipper math there. You can always tell the Clipper fan by the IQ. I thought the locker room said D'Lo would be traded. Who I don't know. The like the Lakers locker room like said that they'd be traded. Um, Tyler, this game really put everything back into perspective. It is what it is at this point. Yeah, it's kind of where it is. It's kind of where I'm at too. It's kind of one of those things where I'm like, like all you can do is just kind of hope for the best, see how it plays out. It's unfortunate, it sucks. Um, Hopefully D'Lo can keep playing the way that he's been playing. If D'Lo can keep that up, then that would be massive. Like people also forget D'Lo was injured in the postseason last year, right? So how much did that affect his play? You never know. Do you think they let go of Ham if we make the play-in and not make the playoffs or a short playoff run? I hope so. I wouldn't be shocked if they keep Darvin Ham, if I'm being honest. But I think if the Lakers end up falling short, I do think they fire Darvin Ham. Like if I had to guess, I'd say yeah, Darvin. Like this is probably Darvin Ham's last season. Absolutely pathetic. This one is on D'Lo. Honestly, I get he's human too, but holy man, play in a game that we need to give it our all on Kobe night, man. Come on, yeah, but it might not have been up to him. We're assuming that like it's his idea, or he wasn't that hurt that maybe he could have played. Right? We don't know that. Right? What if the organization was like, no, like, and he was like, I want to play, and they were like, no, you need to go take this treatment. Or what if he like was hurting? Like, what if he couldn't play and he would have been a scratch regardless? I mean, again, like I get we wanted him to play on Kobe night. I get we wanted to win this night, but I imagine he wanted to play. I don't see D'Lo as a guy that's like, Kobe night, nah. Like I'm just gonna sit this game out. It just doesn't strike me as D'Lo. Right? Go get Dwight the Jokic stopper. Nah, it's a hard pass. Clippers might do face Denver in the playoffs. Hopefully, like I said, I'm hoping somebody else beat Denver, and then we're in the groove. Superstar Austin Reeves, yeah. Well, why LeBron not show up for Kobe statue unveiling? He did the same when he passed. I saw everyone there but him. I can't wait till Phony leaves LA. I don't know. He might have been there. So like people were screaming at him. What was it? Was it it was like the ceremony or whatever, the induction or whatever, and he was there. He was just like upstairs watching, like looking down. So he just like wasn't with the crowds. So he might have been there. I don't know if he's there. I know a lot of people are saying like, why wasn't LeBron there? Like we don't know if he was or not. I mean, we're just going off of like him because he wasn't sitting in the front row, right? But he could have been up there watching from the little office area or whatever, like he did the last time. Tyler, this loss stings, man. I don't know anymore. The front office somehow thinks we have enough on this roster to win it all. I don't think that that's what it is. I mean, Rob Pelinka. I mean, we got countless reports that Rob Pelinka was doing everything he could to find a trade. And so again, if there's nothing there, there's nothing there. Like, what is he supposed to do? If they're like, and again, who got traded? That's like, oh man, the Lakers should have gotten that guy. That's the problem. It's like, I don't think that there was any trades where it was like, oh, that's the guy the Lakers should have went and got. Jay, Tyler, so I have a question, and anyone can answer, but do you feel like we're hard to beat because of health, Bron and AD? We have them now healthy, playing great, but it's the team. So what would be different? Do you feel like we're hard to beat because of the health, LeBron and AD? No, I mean, I don't think it has anything like, look, LeBron James and Anthony Davis are playing spectacular basketball, right? But we're still not winning. Like it's not translating to wins, which tells you that everyone else is the problem. We just don't have enough talent because we don't have consistency, right? LeBron James and Anthony Davis are literally accounting for half of all of our stats, more games than not. And it's just not a successful formula. Right? You look at Denver, and it's like you're consistently getting 2 or 3 guys beyond Jokic and Murray that are giving you some level of consistent production, right? And if somebody else has a bad night, somebody else steps up. Like we have so many games where it's like Reeves is unplayable, Rui is unplayable, right? Even D'Lo has games where he's like unplayable, and it's just like it's not a formula for success. Like how do you turn it around, right? Like we just don't have that. We don't have that consensus third guy. The idea is that D'Lo can hopefully be that, but we'll see. It's just I just think the roster is just not good enough, which is surprising. Forget the game. Why LeBron didn't attend the statue and Beyond. Again, you were assuming because he wasn't sitting in the front row that he didn't attend. Like I didn't see any report that said he wasn't there. Like last time something like this happened, everyone was screaming that LeBron wasn't there, and LeBron was there. He was just like he wasn't like in the front row. He wasn't on the court. We laid down saying our season is over. I don't think that. I don't think that they're just throwing in the towel, but let's see. Lakers bounce back. Trust. I hope so. I really do. Good coaches make adjustments. And not gonna lie, I felt like there were much more Kobe iconic poses that represent the Lakers, but it's still iconic because of the day. It's just not striking. It's only a if you know, you know type thing. But with it due to meaning. Yeah, and I mean, like, we also don't know what the 24 statue is going to look like. And we don't know what the Gigi statue will look like and if Kobe's a part of that statue. So, this is, again, it has the symbolism and it has the significant meaning of, like you said, if you know, you know. But I just think everyone that, like, absolutely hates the statue and talking shit on the statue just doesn't know what the statue represents. If they want to sign Dinwiddie, do they got to waive someone like Windler because so many guards right now and hopes that we get, as Kobe praised for him, hometown money. Lakers can offer him all of that. Yeah. So no, they don't. They have the open roster spot. Also, Windler and Mays are on two-way contracts, so they don't count towards like the actual roster spot. They're also limited in how many games they can play, but they could go and sign outright. Just go sign Dinwiddie and just plug him in as our 15th guy. There's also a possibility that they could waive a couple guys if they want to go get a couple guys. So we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Time will tell. LOL, Tyler. LOL, Tyler, what? Got to be more specific. Skylar Mays is better than Reeves. Skylar Mays was solid. All right, let's do a couple more. Lakers losing tomorrow. I hope not, but very possible. If we sign Spencer Dinwiddie, he's not going to play tomorrow, sadly. Yeah, he's probably not. I don't want to Nuggets. I want to say, but it won't let me say it. Yeah. Yeah, you can't. YouTube doesn't like naughty words. Denver had 60 rebounds to our 45. This is the problem. Whenever we play taller teams, yeah, the hustle. I think our problem is that we're not big enough. When we beat them years back, we were bigger. Every other team we compete because we're bigger. We get Dinwiddie, Morris, and Lopez. Who do we drop? That's the $1 million question. I'm not gonna lie. I think that they'll let go of Christian Wood because they were even trying to get rid of and trade Christian Wood. I could see them waiving Christian Wood, and then outside of that, it's like I don't know. It depends on how many guys the Lakers want to get. But say they waive Wood, bring in Lopez. They don't have to waive anybody to sign Dinwiddie, so they could just sign Dinwiddie, waive Wood, and then, I'm trying to think of who else could they potentially waive. That would make sense. I don't think that they would waive Hayes, but I don't know if they it depends on what they want. Depends if they want some shooting. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Um, but I think Wood is probably the most likely candidate to get waived. Um, let's see. Rather get Spider Mitchell over Trey. Not gonna lie, I would too. But how realistic is that? Why get Dinwiddie? He doesn't play defense. And when Vincent comes back, that's going to be an issue because who do we get that's better? And he's a guy that he can defend. He's been a good defensive player in the past. He hasn't been this year. He's been a good defense player in the past. He also has had seasons like again. What else are you gonna do? You're just gonna stand pat? Like for what? Like yeah, your hope is you go get Dinwiddie and he plays like he did with Dallas, and now you got like a 17-6-6 guy. Like he can help with the rebounding, help with the size, the defense. He at this point he'd be a better upgrade than Austin Reeves in them. So I don't know. If it was really Reeves for DeJounte and the Lakers sold, not or said not, I don't even know what to say. Yeah, they didn't want to trade Austin Reeves, which I would have done it personally. That's just me. Reeves is not even 2 years younger. He's 11 months, I believe. I think it's 11 months younger than Austin Reeves. Um, how are you going to have 3 stars when Braun is going to leave because of this no trade? LeBron's not going to leave. I don't see it. If LeBron leaves, we'll talk about it. But I'm pretty comfortable saying LeBron's not going anywhere. Um, Especially if they get another superstar, like not even another superstar. Like if they really go get Donovan Mitchell, you think LeBron James is leaving? No. So Braun won't ever. I wouldn't say ever. I think, and again, I could be wrong. LeBron's not going anywhere until his kids graduate. I think he will eventually leave to go play with his kids, but it'll be when he's ready to hang it up. Like I could see, 2 years from now or whatever, 3 years from now, he goes, "All right, I really want to play with my kids. I got like maybe 2 years left in me," and he goes and signs a 1 year deal to go play with Bronny, and then rounds out that year, and then opts out, and then go plays 1 year with Bryce, and then opts out and retires. That's probably what's going to happen. Um, but we'll see. Again, you never know. All right. Let's do these last row here. Lakers is fine. We have our superstar Austin Reeves left. So, we are not making the play and stop wasting LeBron's time. We'll make the play. We're not gonna. We'll at least be the net 10 seed. Now, if you were to say we aren't gonna make the playoffs, then that I think you might be right in that regard. That is a real possibility. We never even gave Vincent a chance to get his legs under him. How can we when he's played 5 games? It's kind of hard to let somebody get their legs under him when the guy's been injured the whole year. Braun could definitely leave. Rob stood pat and wasted a good run an AD season for a pipe dream off season. Braun wouldn't only be leaving for 1 or 2 years if it meant championship contention. I just don't see it. Again, he's not. He's here for his family. He's not. If LeBron really wanted to go elsewhere for just basketball reasons, he could have went to several other teams. He came to LA because this is where his family wanted to go. Tyler, if it was available hypothetically, how would you feel about D'Lo and Rui, Cam Johnson, and Dorian Finney-Smith closing lineup of Reeves, Johnson, Dorian Finney-Smith, Braun, AD? I think it's a very complete team. What do you think? If we could have gotten Cam Johnson and Dorian Finney-Smith, that would have been nice. Reeves, Johnson, Dorian Finney-Smith, Braun, and AD. I wouldn't hate that. Yeah, you got 2 legit 3-and-D shooters, size, versatility, switchability. Got LeBron and AD, Austin Reeves. Probably be good defensively. Yeah, yeah, I like it. I am with you. All right. Uh, Reeves is not a starter. He's a great 6-man. Put him back in a true role, which is why I said go get Spencer Dinwiddie, start him at the 2, and move Reeves to the bench, and boom. I'm betting the under on MPG next game. It's probably a good bet. Probably a really good bet. Reeves isn't him. He hasn't been. He hasn't been at this point. What's the point? Yeah, it's frustrating. What's the point of challenges if the refs still get it blatantly wrong? Your guess is as good as mine, Campbell. Believe me, it's very frustrating. Very frustrating. Reeves should be the Manu Ginobili type player. Not he's not bad, but he's just not him yet. I like him best in that role. Let's see. Let's get one more in, and then I'm gonna skate out of here. Let's see. Brown dedicates portions of the game to feeding AD. He does this every game and doesn't get talked about enough, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, he tries to get an effort to let AD dominate, let AD be on ball, all those things. But what D'Lo gave you 15 on a bad game? D'Lo was Western Conference Finals, didn't give you 15. Wait, what? I'm assuming it's somebody else. Let's see. Give me Zach Murray and a solid big trade. They are Prince and Wood. I'm with you, Speed. It's not over till it's over. Like I said, getting into the postseason, I'll take our chances. Genuinely, I will gladly take our chances. My thing is when Cam, Vando, and Gabe come back. What do we do with Dinwiddie? We have Vando a chance to get his legs under him. We not finna give that to Gabe. No, because I mean, look, you still start Dinwiddie, so you just go like your starting 5 could be, right. Let's say you get Dinwiddie. Your starting 5 could be D'Lo, Dinwiddie, Jared Vanderbilt, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis. Right, and then your bench would be Gabe Vincent, Austin Reeves. You'd still have Torian Prince. You'd have Cam Reddish. You'd have Christian Wood and Jackson Hayes. So you're basically 11 rotation deep. Max Christie can plug in some minutes here and there. If a guy needs a night off or whatever, like you'd be fine. You'd be fine. It's just Dinwiddie gives you a starting level guy, 6'5", got good size, good length, can do multiple things, can make plays, do this, do that. Gabe Vincent, you give him time to get his legs under him, like you were talking about earlier. So yeah, I still think you'd be fine. But anyway, I'm gonna end it, close it out there. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Again, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and then here we go. We're riding it, waiting for the trade deadline. Hopefully, or not trade deadline, buyout market. Sucks we didn't get anything done. I really thought we were going to, and it's a bit disappointing, but it is what it is, and we're going to turn it around, hopefully. Fingers crossed. I'm going to be optimistic, do the same thing. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you all in the